Harvey Weinstein has been terminated from his own company after an exposé in the New York Times revealed on-the-record sexual harassment allegations, which in turn prompted several more victims to come forward. The situation came to a boiling point on Sunday, October 8th, in an explosive meeting when Harvey was offered the opportunity to settle with the Weinstein Company and leave, but refused, a source tells The Hollywood Reporter. In the meeting, Harvey argued that the scandal would blow over. The board disagreed. Here's an overview of the events that led to Weinstein's shocking ouster. The process began with an October 5th New York Times article by investigative reporters Jodi Kantor and Megan Twohey detailing sexual harassment claims spanning decades on the part of the mogul film producer, including from actresses Ashley Judd and Rose McGowan, named as having endured hotel room incidents with him. Judd's description of her encounter with Weinstein at a hotel room 20 years ago confirmed long-standing speculation that her previously mentioned claim of being sexually harassed by an unnamed studio mogul was about Weinstein. The New York Times also reported, citing two unnamed sources, that Weinstein has reached at least 8 settlements with women. Harvey Weinstein's initial explanation to the Times about his behavior included a rambling statement saying, amongst other things, "I came of age in the 60s and 70s when all the rules about behavior in workplaces were different. That was the culture then." Additionally, he said he would be taking a leave of absence from his company in order to direct his attention to campaigning against the National Rifle Association and President Donald Trump. The same day as the Times report, Weinstein gave an interview to Page 6 which was nearly as incendiary as the day's earlier news. While he admitted some responsibility for his misconduct, he doubled down on his threats to file a lawsuit against the Times, which was reported earlier by The Hollywood Reporter. "What I am saying is that I bear responsibility for my actions, but the reason I am suing is because of the Times' inability to be honest with me and their reckless reporting. They told me lies, they made assumptions," Weinstein said. The New York Times spent 6 months researching this article, then they gave us just 24 hours to answer it. Speaking of his leave of absence, Weinstein explained, "I also have the worst temper known to mankind. My system is all wrong, and sometimes I create too much tension. I lose it and I'm emotional. That's why I've got to spend more time with a therapist and go away." Weinstein's lawyer, Charles Harder, has stated that he is preparing legal action against the Times for publishing a story that is saturated with false and defamatory statements, although a Times spokesperson has asserted that the publication is confident in the accuracy of its reporting. Following the story, the TWC board first held a contentious meeting Thursday night during which Weinstein pleaded his case. On Friday, the board reconvened. Later that evening, after the board announced Weinstein's leave of absence, TV news reporter Lauren Sivan told HuffPost about an incident a decade ago in which Weinstein masturbated in front of her in a hallway of a New York restaurant. On Sunday, writer and artist Liza Campbell recounted in the Sunday Times that Weinstein once asked her to jump in the bath with him after summoning her to his hotel room in the Savoy for what she believed was a business meeting. More claims of misconduct could emerge. Since the Times report, 3 members of the 9-member all-male board of the Weinstein Company have resigned. Attorney Lisa Bloom aggressively defended Weinstein to the Times as well as during TV appearances after the exposé was published. But on Saturday, after backlash to her role with Weinstein, she resigned, writing in a Twitter post, "I have resigned as an advisor to Harvey Weinstein. My understanding is that Mr. Weinstein and his board are moving toward an agreement." On Sunday, many in Hollywood immediately applauded the move by the Weinstein Company board to terminate the mogul as co-chairman. McGowan took to Twitter to show her appreciation for the reporters who broke the initial story. "I salute you, Jodi Kantor, Megan Twohey, and New York Times editor. Thank you for your incredible work. You've saved lives with your bravery." In addition, in an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, McGowan said with Weinstein out, the next step was crystal clear in her mind. "I'm calling on the board to resign effective immediately," she said, "and for other men to stop other men when they are being disgusting." Gretchen Carlson, whose sexual harassment lawsuit against Roger Ailes forced him to resign as chairman and CEO of Fox News, said, "Women's voice is heard again and finally. #BeFierceAlways, it's working." Others have also spoken out, including Academy Award winner Meryl Streep, who has praised the women who have shared their stories of Weinstein's alleged sexual assault, calling them heroes. To read more on this ongoing story, head to THR.com. For The Hollywood Reporter News, I'm Lindsay Rodriguez.